I'm sure we've all watched crime shows, where the bad guys end up behind bars and the good guys continue to live their lives in the free world. There are so many popular programs that encourage us to empathize with the people putting others behind bars, and not the actual prisoners. However, life inside is something that has always interested me, which is why I chose to analyze the interactive piece, Public Secret. Public Secret is comprised of testimonials of women in the California prison system. They reveal the truth about a handful of topics, such as the war on drugs and what it is actually like to go through our criminal justice system while being viewed as a criminal. Public Secret is used as a forum to expose the reality of just how harshly prisoners are treated. As you scroll through and interact with the piece, you will find that you can listen to the actual prisoner say what is quoted on the page. It is called Public Secret because these are all well-known issues that seem to just be ignored or not considered a priority and therefore not addressed. The aesthetic of the piece is very deliberate. It is all black and white and grayscale to symbolize that the criminal justice system assumes that right and wrong is all black and white. But in real life, there is a lot of gray. The piece includes a series of horizontally split screens that contrast in color. The fonts are all uniform in style, however pop up in different sizes. The sound of the piece is mostly the emulated sound of closing and opening prison bars, and the women's voices are their testimonials that pop up on the screen. The components of the piece really just consist of minimal sound, the prison bars and the women's voices, minimal digital design, the appearing and disappearing of quotes on the page, and minimal graphic design, the menu bar and the pages that come up in different shapes. As you've probably picked up on by now, the piece is very simple, which actually makes it more impactful. Your focus is on solely what you are seeing and hearing, rather than a lot of extra design frills. Interacting with the piece is somewhat like watching a documentary. It is very informative, yet meaningful and entertaining. You are able to click through the prisoners' stories. You can read and listen to them. This not only evokes knowledge, but empathy as well. These are our fellow human beings ultimately being treated like cattle. This flowchart demonstrates the setup of Public Secrets. On the left-hand side of the piece, there is a vertical menu bar that spans the whole length of the piece. It gives you options. First, you can go through the inside versus outside testimonials and read about the women's life inside of prison versus their life outside. The next segment is bare life versus human life, which educates us on how violated they feel in prison because their bodies are basically owned by the state, versus the effort to humanize the degrading prison system. The last part is Public Secret versus Utopia, which is the idea that people stick their head in the sand when it comes to real and important prison issues. Ignorance is bliss. This piece was very well put together. It is the perfect combination of informative and emotional. It opened my eyes to some of the issues prisoners face and how unorganized our criminal justice system can be, while also pulling at my heartstrings as I read and listened to story after story about women being separated from their families and children after being caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Public Secret embodies a few of Lev Manovich's principles of new media. One that I believe really applies here is variability. Public Secrets is a unique and interactive way of opening your eyes to the harsh realities of the prison system. Another that applies is modularity, his belief that the new media can be modified and reused. My Zine is a perfect example of this as it mimics the design aesthetic. Public Secrets is meant to challenge the way people look the other way when it comes to mistreatment and dehumanization of prisons. This piece serves as an effort to not just inform, but invoke knowledge. In the words of Clay Shirky, knowledge, unlike information, is a human characteristic. There can be information no one knows, but there cannot be knowledge no one knows. Thank you.